Hello. Welcome to my very first card reading for a larger audience. I felt called to do this because I would like to draw in people that have similar interests like myself, and I also feel drawn to help people where I can. And if it's channeling a message for you, then I would like to do that, or at least assist in that. So this almost like any other reading you see on YouTube. We have 3 piles in front of us. This will be pile 1, this will be pile 2, and this will be pile 3. I did use some gemstones to help signify the piles in case you need that to choose. The decks that I used, just to put up front here, I used the Obsidian Oracle deck, and I also used the Wild Whiskers Spirit Animal Oracle. And just for fun, because I love palm reading, I decided to use palm reading cards for kind of like a overarching clarifying message for us. So I am going to give about 30 seconds of time for anybody that needs a moment to take a breath and choose a pile, and then we will jump right into it. Hello, pile number 1. If you chose the pile with this gemstone, this is your pile. I chose 3 of the cards from the Obsidian Oracle deck, and then this 4th one was the bottom card, so the shadow card. And then did a Wild Whisker Spirit Animal Oracle pull for your spirit animal for this career, and then just kind of a little message that you might be able to find in your palm. To start, I want to just kind of go over the overarching vibe of all of this. So the Fairy Wren and Smoky Quartz is put yourself first, self-care, and self-love. The Salmon and Tangerine Quartz is sensuality, passion, and self-love. Self-love twice. And the Beetle and Selenite card is clarity and turning impurity into purity. And then for the shadow card, you have that Skull and Moss, which is enjoy life instead of rushing through it. So all of this combined, this tells me that this is not a strict artistic career, but it could be artistic in the sense of using your body or your facial image or something of that nature to draw people in. And I'm assuming this is going to be something around self-love, self-care, maybe even like your own passion of possibly sensuality. Again, no shaming here. But I do get the feeling that this is a career that is kind of off the beaten path. It is one that a lot of people may see as impure, but you are adding your own special creative twist on it to make it into this like pure and distinguished career. For the Loyal Llama, for your spirit animal, I actually want to read from the little pamphlet here. Let's see. Let the llama do the work. This peaceful beast is an expert at practicing patience. When you are in need of an energy boost, turn to the llama for stamina and diligence. So this is your animal to call upon. You know, anytime we work in a career that puts our own body or our own image out there, it can be really draining. It could also be exposing yourself to a lot of things that you might not want to hear, which is probably why a lot of these cards are telling you to focus on self-love. Make sure that you have a good foundation on that first, especially before putting yourself out there. But, you know, if you ever feel a little down, you have your loyal llama right here to call upon. Have him do the work for you, or her, and make sure that, you know, if you feel like you're low on energy, they're going to be the ones to help you boost up and get ready to go and put your stuff out there. And then as just like a fun little message, because I really enjoy palm reading, is the Mercury line. And I want to read directly from this. This line runs from the base of the palm to under the little finger. If broken, it can indicate impatience. You may have trouble limiting yourself to one job or relationship. So that's just kind of like a little message in itself. And the number of this card is 42. I don't know if you can see that, but it's number 42. So if that means anything to you personally, that could be an extra message. So let me know if this reading resonated with you. I appreciate you taking the time out of your day to give my video a watch. I know that I am still new to YouTube and I'm still kind of sussing out my own vibe that I want to put out there. But yeah, let me know in the comments below if this resonated with you. But again, please only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay? I will talk to you in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 2, especially if you chose this crystal. I laid out these 3 cards and then I chose this and then this was the bottom of the deck as like your shadow card. I then drew your animal spirit card, and then just for fun, I drew kind of a palm reading card as like a final message towards this career. So I want to go over the overarching themes of these 3 cards and then the shadow card here. So clear quartz and eucalyptus is clarity, healing, cleansing house. Venus flytrap is development, evolution, and movement. Bat and dolomite is transition, awareness, and intuition. And then as for your shadow card, which is usually more internal, this is positivity, visualization, and gratitude. Overall, the vibe that I get from these cards is that you're probably not in an artistic career, but you kind of are in like a career of self-development and improving. I see that you are possibly going to be going through a massive decluttering. This means getting rid of physical items, getting rid of people that no longer serve you, possibly getting rid of some past trauma and memories and hurt that is surrounded around that. Because this right here is telling me you're cleaning house. Next with the Venus flytrap, this is showing that you are developing and evolving because of doing all of this internal work. And at the end of it, it's going to give you a better intuition with your own self. And as like a shadow card, I mean, this is pretty good. This might mean that you have a hard time having gratitude for yourself and all these changes that you've made, but you have it in you. You know, I know that you have that positivity and that visualization to get you to wherever you're trying to move to. Again, I don't see this as an actual career. This feels like it's more of like a spiritual awakening, or possibly turning inwards and finally doing the work to heal from any type of past traumas. So as your spirit animal to call upon through this type of career is the wondrous whale. And I wanted to read directly from the pamphlet here so I don't mess anything up. Wondrous whale, an ancient creature who knows the song of the sea. The whale is your connection to cosmic awareness. Invoke the whale spirit for introspection, depth, and transcending. So I think this is a beautiful and perfect spirit animal to call upon, especially going through this spiritual career or journey. And as kind of like a palm reading message, since that's something I really enjoy doing is reading palms, you got squares. And let me read directly from the card. Squares on the palm can be positive or negative if they straddle the lifeline and cover a break. This is said to be protective, providing strength and support in times of need. So I feel like this means that even though this journey might be a little rough along the road, you are supported in this, and you will be protected. And in case anybody is into numerology, this card is 99, which is a card usually representing coming to the end of a cycle before beginning something new. So I hope this helped answer your question. I know that this wasn't, for some reason, pile 2 is not really about your career, unless this is your career. You want to make your own spiritual path and your own connection to the divine as part of your career. This is it. You're putting in the work. You're going to be getting through it and coming out on the other end, being protected and being supported, and maybe reaching that one or two people or even a community that need to hear that of the journey that you've taken. So let me know if this reading resonated with you. I really, really appreciate you stopping by. I know that I'm still a little bit newer to YouTube, and you're taking a chance on me, and I appreciate that. But I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. Even if you chose this crystal, this is your reading. First and foremost, this deck doesn't have many moon cards, and the fact that 3 of them came out immediately told me this is my artist pile. You are definitely some type of artist, or you want to become an artist and put that out there for the world to see. So moving forward, these 3 cards I chose focusing on answering the question, and then this was the card at the bottom of the pile that was kind of symbolizing maybe like some shadow work or something internal that you might need a little help with working on. And then we have your spirit animal, or your animal spirit, that will help you through this entire career or this process, and just a message from the palm. I really enjoy palm reading, so I'm trying out these palm cards, or these palm reading cards, in like a different way, trying to use them as like messages or something we should be focusing on inside of our own palms. So I'm going to go over the overarching themes for the cards and just kind of express like the message that kind of comes through. So you have Blue Moon, which is communication and opportunity. Super Moon, which is restlessness, energy, and enhancement. Snake and Lemongrass, which is reinvention, commitment to a better life. And then our shadow card is the Waning Crescent Moon, which is usually surrendering, cleansing, clearing, and reflection. This tells me that you are somebody who creates based off of how you're feeling. Just like how the moon goes through phases, I get a vibe that you probably go through certain phases yourself. You know, there's a peak of creativity, and then there's a valley of not a whole lot of nothingness happening. But then you come back up to this peak. I get the feeling that this is a yo-yo kind of career when it comes to finances. It's either really good or it's really bad. And one of the ways that you can get through that is by calling upon an animal spirit. I've recently started doing this in my week-to-week to the point where now I actually have my own spirit animal that I really harness their energy. And I find that it really helps. So I wanted to read his description, or their description, from the actual pamphlet here. So you got the Fearless Frog. The metamorphosis of the frog symbolizes rebirth. Harness the power of the frog when you need spiritual cleansing and revitalization. And that's what we want to focus on, you know, in those moments where you may not feel as creative or artistically influenced. Call upon the fearless frog. Maybe go out in nature and see if you can find one. Maybe pull up a video and watch some of those frog TikToks to kind of help revitalize that creative flow. And in ending, I wanted to end with a palm message. And this one is finger shape, thin. Now, you don't have to have thin fingers. This is just a message that I think this pile needs to hear. It says, thin fingers mean you think before acting. You make factual judgments without being overly influenced by your emotions. So maybe this is a message to remind you, like, you know, this might feel overbearing to handle right now, but I know if I tap into my logical self, I can get through this. And for anybody that's into numerology, the card number is 54. Please let me know if this reading resonated with you. I know that I'm still new to YouTube, so I really, really appreciate you taking a chance and watching my content. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.